Today's video is the third entry in my series of Reddit stories, featuring a post on the RBI subreddit by the aptly named user Sleepy and Worried. As it turns out, many subreddits are absolutely full of countless true, creepy stories that deserve more attention. I found those stories by simply browsing RBI, which stands for Reddit Bureau of Investigation, and sorting the posts by top of all time. However, even many of the less popular posts are remarkable as well. Today's story features a woman who is living alone when she starts to realize that her landlord may very well be stalking her, and may even be monitoring her from within her own apartment. Here's her story. Hello, I am new to Reddit, and after debating for a bit, I decided to make this account to maybe get some input of what to do. English is my second language, so I apologize for any typos. I am a 26-year-old female, living alone for the first time. My landlord has always felt a bit off to me. He is a man in his late 40s and has never been holding back with comments about the way I look, etc. When I moved in, he was very clear about me not touching the 2 fire alarms in my bedroom and hallway. He justified it by saying they were directly connected with the fire department, and if I would try to do anything with them, I would cause an alarm. The alarm in my bedroom has always made me feel weird. It makes a lot of noises, especially at night, almost sounding like a remote-controlled car, and sometimes making a very muffled beeping sound. I brought it up to him once, and he said it was nothing, and if it should make more problems, I should call him. But other things kept happening, and I just more and more felt like something was off. But at the same time, people kept telling me I was overthinking things and scared since it was my first time living alone. The first thing that felt off to me as I was renovating to move in, I grabbed the wrong shade of the color I wanted for my bedroom, and it ended up looking a little bit bright on the wall I tested it on. A few days later, during a phone call, he snapped at my parents about how horrible the pink was I was using in my bedroom and if I was crazy. I had not let him inside my place, so I was very confused, but kind of brushed it off to me walking around in paint-covered clothing. But things got weirder after that. During January last year, I spent the day at my parents', and when I came back, something felt off. I couldn't pinpoint it, and no one was inside my apartment, but I realized after walking into my bedroom a second time, one of the drawers under my bed was pulled out, and I don't remember ever touching it. Again, I brushed it off, mainly because my parents told me I probably just forgot, and I kinda ended up feeling ashamed for ever bringing it up. Months later, during the summer, I took part in a gaming night on a friend's Discord server, and when I finally hopped off to go to bed at 4 a.m., I came into my bedroom to see my underwear drawers being open. I panicked and called my mom because she lived close by, and I wasn't sure if someone was still in the apartment. After that, I installed the door chain and got an alarm for the time I spend at home. I suspected my landlord had a second key and now probably wasn't able to get inside anymore, but that didn't cover the time when I am not home. Sometimes when I come back, furniture in my bedroom is slightly moved, but at this point my family keeps telling me I just forgot I moved it and I am too ashamed to keep bringing it up. I know I sound insane, but is it possible to have cameras installed in the fire alarms? Could I call the fire department on their non-emergency number just asking if they can take a look at it because of the weird noises? I really just want my peaceful life back. Constantly knowing someone might have been in here in the past while I slept is really creeping me out and making me want to cry. Do you have any advice on what I should do? Edit. Here is a link to the pictures of the alarm. The first one is in the hallway, and the second and third ones with the open parts are in the bedroom. I tried to take them secretly, so I apologize for the quality. Edit 2. I never expected so many responses, so I will try to answer some questions here. First of all, my parents love and support me. I was just on call with my mom updating her. I don't think she intended to gaslight me at all. They are not in contact with my landlord. My mom is reasonably upset right now and probably would go have a talk with him right now if she could. My landlord lives in another city. He just owns a bunch of apartments here, but he is here multiple times a week. I live in Germany, so any US law stuff doesn't really apply. Sorry for not clarifying sooner. My plan of action right now is, I'm going to call the fire department tomorrow morning to have them come by, and I have a family friend coming by on Monday to put in new locks. I want to check the alarms, but I am not very tall and I don't have a ladder here right now, so I cannot rip them off, even though I would love to. Also, sorry if I am not responding to all the DMs and private chat offers. This is a lot to take in. I promise I will keep you all updated. Thank you for all your kind words. Update, March 17th. Good morning, and thank you to everyone giving their input and sending messages to me. This morning has been very stressful, so I apologize if I cannot get back to your DMs. I had a call with the fire department, and they told me that the alarm is not connected to them in any way, shape, or form, and that it is extremely fishy that the only one tinkered with is in the bedroom. I also completely forgot I do have a storage room that has an alarm that looks identical to the one in the hallway. They told me to ask around in my friends and family if anyone knows a bit about electricity and have them come by to take it off and take a look inside. They said it's fairly likely some kind of foul play happened here. Disregarding the camera problem, there is still a fire alarm someone just messed with and didn't fix. My mom's best friend is an electrician, and I will try to reach him today to ask if he can come by ASAP. Otherwise, I know he is going to be around on Monday, so I might have to wait a bit longer. Either way, I'll keep you updated. Thank you so much for your support. Edit. Friend is going to stop by on Monday, so likely no update until then. It was advised not to rip them off in case there was anything wrong about it. Should I feel unsafe at any point, I can crash at my parents' or my sister's. Edit. I just want to clarify for those who are confused why I don't just rip it off. It belongs to my landlord. If it's true what one of the posters said that it is put up wrongly, my landlord can get in trouble for that. But so can I for ripping it off. I would have to pay both for a new smoke detector and a person to put it up, and I don't have the money to risk doing that. Okay, nothing weird has happened since then, and I am pretty sure I'll have more answers until then. The only thing that I'm already doing anyway was that a neighbor and I were talking, and while the topic of safety came up, she said, "You should change your locks," without really knowing anything that happened to me here. Which is not an odd thing to say, but just very specific. Update, 23rd of March. Sorry for not updating instantly. Today was very stressful. Well, as far as I know, because of my mom's friend, my smoke detector is okay right now, but there is other stuff that came up. I don't know and can't say more about what is going on right now. I am not too well known about what I would be able to say, but I'd rather not risk it, since there is an ongoing police investigation. All in all, I've made choices to keep my safety insured for now. Sorry for not being able to give some of you the closure they might want to hear. Maybe one day I might be able to share the full story of what happened. Until then, to all of you, thank you very much. You helped me gain the confidence to have things looked at, and to make my safety my priority. I hope things are going to be good for all of you in these crazy times. Again, thank you. I wish you all the best. Wow, that was a crazy story. And I feel bad that OP is having to deal with this invasion of privacy. It seems pretty obvious to me that her landlord is stalking her, potentially via hidden cameras in her fire alarms, particularly the one in her bedroom. There are countless cheap products out there that contain hidden cameras disguised as something else, like a fire alarm or something similar. Additionally, some of the comments on this post are also worth taking a look at. German here. Smoke detectors in German apartments are usually not connected to the fire department. They are simply sonic warning devices. Nothing more, nothing less. A remote car noise doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Smoke detectors have no moving parts. And yes, there are a lot of fake smoke detectors with hidden cameras on the market. I recommend calling the police on their non-emergency line. Tell them about your suspicions. They'll probably drop by and check your smoke detectors. Not only can they ask the fire department if your smoke detector is indeed connected to the fire department, but they can inspect your device thoroughly without causing an unwanted alarm. They definitely make covert cameras that look like smoke detectors, clocks, radios, anything you can think of. Post a picture of the suspected cameras. Should be able to tell you what you have. Someone replied, "They make iPhone charging plug ports with hidden cameras even. One of these was in a bathroom of an Airbnb I stayed in once. They looked so identical I accidentally took it, mistaking it for my own charging block for my iPhone. Had a memory card in it and everything." Based on these comments, and most of the other comments on OP's post, everyone is pretty much in agreement here that OP's landlord is pretty clearly stalking her. And if there are cameras in OP's apartment, who knows how many of the other tenants could be under surveillance as well. OP said her landlord owns multiple buildings in the area. Maybe he's only watching OP, but I doubt it. Who knows how many people in those buildings are being secretly recorded in the privacy of their own bedrooms, especially the females. That is incredibly creepy. Anyway, OP made it clear in her final update that this is now a police matter, and an investigation is ongoing. To me, that is essentially confirmation that hidden cameras were indeed found in OP's room. These sorts of cases can take a long time to resolve, so I wouldn't bet on seeing another update from OP anytime soon, if ever. Regardless, the fact that OP couldn't give any more details due to the ongoing investigation is a good thing. I hope that OP's landlord is severely penalized for this behavior. I'm assuming his motive for placing the hidden cameras in the first place was sexual in nature, which makes this invasion of privacy even more creepy and concerning. Regardless, it's in the hands of the German police now, so we can only hope for the best. Hopefully everyone who read the original Reddit post will be more alert now for potential hidden cameras in their own lives, because the kinds of people willing to spy on strangers are unfortunately more prominent than one might assume. Well, that's all I've got for now on this particular story. I've got more videos on the way, and if you have a particular topic or story you'd like me to cover, please let me know in the comments. Also, please do like this video if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel for more. Anyway, thanks for watching.